My name's Dan Waters, and I moved with the family to a dairy farm in Currumbin in 1929. I stayed on the farm until I joined up, and then when I was demobbed, I left the Currumbin area. I returned in 1995 and have been down here since. I knew there was an honour board existed, and when I made inquiries, we discovered it in the storage shed up the back. It had a large scratch right across the front of it, yeah. When the board was refurbished and returned to Currumbin, it was put on display on the ground floor. I realised that I had known about 55 people of the names on that board that I either went to school with or knew them personally or knew of them who lived up the valley. I know Pococks, the bridge up the Currumbin Valley is the Pococks Bridge. They lived there. Fred Pocock was in the army in the First World War and became an instructor in the army in the Second World War, and his son Gordon Pocock was in the Navy. Stan Dolan was the son of Eddie Dolan, and their property was just before you get to the pool, the rock pool. Stan, I believe, was the first president of the RSL when it was formed in 1947. I'm on the board there with my brother Des, my older brother. I joined in August 44. I was in the Navy, he was in the Navy also, and he was on the corvettes. I only know two of the ladies on the board, Bernice Hofschelt, who was in the WAFs, and the sister Austin, I think was her name. She was also in the WAFs. There's a street in Currumbin Waters near the shopping centre named Hofschelt. Yeah, a lot of the streets around there are named after local people. There's a Roker Street, and Roker was a member of the British Navy and came out to Australia, and he married the Hofschelt. Yeah, there were two Cormacs who joined up, Jim and Alec Cormacs. They lived up the valley where the present eco village is, lived there. The Crops were a family from just over in Tugun, and they were in the building industry. They lived in that Tugun area, that's why that park is named after them. I believe most of the lifesavers for the Currumbin beach came from the Ipswich area, travelled by train down Friday and back on Sunday. It was a very long journey for those coming from Ipswich, which had to travel by train from Ipswich to South Brisbane, and then from South Brisbane to Southport, then from Southport get the coordinated bus service down to Currumbin.